Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Back to throw. Shepard sliding out of the pocket. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11 now. Operating from the gun. Shepard. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A big play there. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in. and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On 1st and 10, Shepard. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shepard. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Forced out to his left. Catch is made by Hardman. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Mahomes firing complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And his maximum speed there, according to the next-gen stats, 21.9 miles per hour. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
To throw on second down, Shepard. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A running room for Kamara on first down as he takes us forward. It's a gain of 7 there on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Shepard. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. Shepard. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got Smith here. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Elijah Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Shepard being chased out left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kamara. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On play action, it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
It's caught. Here's Langford. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Back to throw. Shepard. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach...
It got his man complete. Touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Shepard. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. From the gun on 3rd down, Shepard. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He's going to let it go again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. We're back now in KC. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory down at the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Elijah Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Throwing on first down. Shepard trying to lay one up deep. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, You're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 22. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And my goodness, another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Looking to throw. Shepard. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First down, Saints.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of